Welcome back to Houston Life. The Bryan Museum in Galveston has one of the world's largest collections of artifacts representing Texas and the American West. And now they are opening their vault and giving us a rare chance to see some of their hidden treasures. Eric Broussard, the curator of the Bryan Museum, is joining us now with more. Eric, it's nice to see you. Welcome to Houston Life.
Thank you for having me.
This is pretty incredible. Just to give us a scope of how many artifacts you have at the museum, very few of them are on display considering what you have in storage. Is that correct?
Sure, yeah. It's about 10 to 15% of our total collection is on display at any given time, and that's just due to space constraints.
Okay, so right now you're opening the vault. What really does that mean? What types of items can people see?
Right, so we have our special exhibit gallery where we do usually about 3 special exhibits per year. And the one that's on right now is called From the Vault because we've had a chance to not only break out some things that people don't normally see on display at the museum because we just don't have the space, but also things that maybe don't really fit our collection scope because our founder, J.P. Bryan, was a personal collector. And so, you know, almost everything in the collection today is something he collected personally. So it may not fit into Texas history. It may not fit, you know, what we do at the museum. So getting a chance to show folk art and, you know, a ton of religious art from Mexico that he collected over his lifetime. It's really interesting to get a chance to show off some of these things.
One thing I really love about the Bryan Museum is I feel like there are surprises around every corner, from the Black Cowboy exhibition. Full disclosure, we're big fans, by the way. We have the Bryan Museum Christmas ornament on our tree at home. Is it true, Eric, that people can go through, what, almost 12,000 years of history at the Bryan Museum?
Yes. We start our very first Texas Timeline Gallery. The first case in it is called The First Texans. And it's got artifacts that date back to about 11,000 BCE. And, you know, all the way up through the end of the Mexican Revolution, so 1921.
Incredible.
Yep.
Definitely add it to your field trip list. Okay, let's start with some of these artifacts. So these are items from the vault that you can only see right now through April 19th, by the way. This is a saddle wallet used by Sam Houston, is that right?
Yes, it was personally belonged to him and was used by him. If you look at the front, it actually has his name.
I can see his name, yeah. Okay, very cool. And this, like, how do you preserve an item like this? Because it looks like the exterior here is leather, right? It's sort of flaked and cracked over time.
Right.
But preserving these artifacts, I mean, that's an art in and of itself.
Very true. And that's why we can't maybe have something, you know, in this condition on display all the time, because even exposure to artificial light, even being out in a case and not carefully wrapped and put in, you know, in the vaults.
The next one, this is a rare photograph of Sam Houston, but the material of this is what makes it special. Is that right?
Yes, this is a glass plate photograph. And it is very delicate. It's very photosensitive, so we can't have this one on display all the time because the photoactive chemicals that were used in the process to make this still darken over time.
Oh, interesting.
More so in direct sunlight, but it can also slowly over time get darker and darker and darker under artificial light.
And is it true that this is believed to be the first photograph of Sam Houston taken in Texas?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
We've never found one that predates it.
Okay. Talk to us about this letter. This is a letter from Stephen F. Austin.
Stephen F. Austin. Right? This is written in his hand and signed at the bottom. And it's a letter from him to Jim Bowie. It was written on October 7th, 1835. And so this is just, you know, just a few months before Bowie was at the Alamo.
Why did everyone have such nice penmanship back then? I swear, that is a lost art, right? If only we could all write that way. Hey, last but not least, this is a really interesting item here. This is a compass. Who did this belong to?
This belonged to a gentleman named Everett Townsend. He was better known as E.E. Townsend. He's known as the father of Big Bend National Park. He was actually a Texas politician. And I mean, he was a Texas Ranger. He had a very colorful life, especially in his, his professional life.
Does this thing still work?
Yes, absolutely. Still points north.
No way.
And this was his official Forest Service compass. This was government issued to all forest rangers.
That is so cool. Okay.
But yeah, so he laid the legislation to create first the state park where Big Bend National Park is, and then later to get federal recognition and support to turn it into a national park.
Incredible. You know, that's still on my list. I have still not been out
it's
there,
gorgeous.
Eric.
You
Hey,
gotta get out there.
well, closer than Big Bend is actually the Bryan Museum in Galveston. So, Eric Broussard, these are just some of the items people can see from the vault on display through April 19th. Is that right?
Absolutely.
And how do people plan their visit? Can they just show up, or do you recommend they go online and plan in advance?
It depends. If you want a self-guided tour, you just walk up, buy your tickets. We're open Wednesday through Sunday from 10 to 5. If you would like to bring a tour group out with you or have a docent-led tour, it is best to give us a call ahead of time so we can set that up for you.
Okay, well worth your time. I guarantee it. Eric Broussard, curator from the Bryan Museum. It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by Houston Life. We want to let our viewers know if you'd like to learn more about this rare chance to see artifacts from the vault at the Bryan Museum, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Look for that scene on Houston Life section.